Welcome everyone to the final table of the Slovak Open here at the Banco Casino in Bratislava. Players just getting ready for the final table. We lost our ninth player and now we have 8 for this streamed final. Here in front of you, you can see the chip counts. We have a big chip leader who knocked out our ninth. You can see the blind situation and the marks. We have a couple, well, 3 small blinds really. Our bottom 3, 14, 13 and 11 big blinds. And the rest have a lot more. And our prize pool, what a fantastic prize pool. A total of 335,000 euros. First place, 61,000. Now, we normally find at this level that there is a deal made. And here we go with our first table, first hand. And our chip leader, 8-7 suited, and he releases it. Early position, fair enough. Probably got quite a strong image built up. And now folding round to the button. So first hand, not the most exciting. We've everyone's checked round to the big blind. Interesting hand, 8-7 suited, and you have the chip lead. You could certainly play your stack and have an early raise. You'll get more credit for it, and as we saw, everyone folded anyway. So our chip leader would have picked up the blinds. My name is JJ Hazan. I'm hot foot from the festival at Nottingham's Dusk Till Dawn. We've had 2 festivals here at the Banco Casino, and it'll be back in October. So we have a strong raise here. 1 off the button. Raise to 1,000,000. Ace-2 suited. Plays well. I don't think he's going to get too much opposition from the small blind. Let's see what our chip leader has. King-6, I think he'll be folding that. So it's a good hand to raise in late position. Any suited ace, especially if you are one of the shorter stacks. And here we see a6 having to fold because of his position. A bit early to start making moves with a bad ace. This is a hand I like, 8-7 suited. Fairly late position, but he's one of the shorter stacks, Mr. Vetas. So quite fair enough to fold there. King-9 suited folds again. Quite a strong hand in late position. Our button folds. They're all fairly short stacked and totally understand the fold. And I think what we've learned already is that Gregor, our chip leader, Austrian from Austria. We have two Austrians, I think, on the final table. But our chip leader is already playing solidly. He's not making moves. And I think he'll certainly get respect from the table when he does. Now, just to remind you, when we started this final table, Gregor is our big chip leader in seat 4, followed by Peter, our Hungarian friend, in seat 5. Josef in seat 8 is third in chips with a fairly kind of medium stack, along with Milos in 7 and Lubosh in 6. So they're all fairly even, 13 to 14 million. And then we've got our short stacks in seats 1, 2, and 3. There you can see in front of you 55, 44 big blinds. Not a massive amount, but more than playable. And then we've got our mid-range 35 big blinds each. Very playable stacks. And then the players more at risk have to be more careful with making moves when they only have 13 big blinds. If they raise to 2 or 3 big blinds, that's something like 20, 25% of their stack. Now, we're not seeing an awful lot of action at the moment. I think we've mainly seen pretty well every hand. One raise, and I think the rest have been folds around to the big blind. So no one is taking this final table by storm yet, but I'm sure we will see the action. Here we're starting to see some of the amazing events we've got going on here at Banco Casino. A one-day event with a 50,000 guaranteed for only €100 buy-in. That's on the 25th. We've also got the super final 20k, which is a tombola for players that are using the machines at the casino, and there will be a €20,000 giveaway on the 25th of February. So that's incredible. It's a big, big lottery offer being held here at Banco Casino. So here we see a raise from seat 5 with a pair of sixes. First pair we've seen. And the late position raise with sixes gets through. That was Lubosh, who's the one of only 2 Slovakian players in this final table. The other one being Lubomir, who is in seat 3, one of the shorter stacks. Now, I'd like to see a raise here from our chip leader. 8-9 suited, very nice hand, relatively late position. He hasn't made one move so far. It's interesting. I think he's just called. Very unusual. Okay. Not a favour of the call here. Um, let's see what. Let's see what our Hungarian Peter, who's second in chips at the moment. See how he decides to play his Queen 10. So now we're seeing a raise to 1.2 million. Like, nice to see. Ace-6 of folds. So Gregor undervaluing his hand by calling. So he may be in a better position to make plays with ace kings. That's a lovely flop. He's got 8-9 of clubs. Peter has missed this, but will follow through. Can see. I don't think he needs to go mad here. I probably favour a flat call, but it is a small bet. It's quite a weak bet, so he may well raise. Yeah. And the Queen 10 is ahead now with 3 jacks on board. He's got house outs, plus he's very strong bet by Peter. Well played. So Peter played that hand very well, showing strength against the chip leader. If you're going to win a tournament, you've got to, at some point, take on the chip leader. So that's a nice 5 million pot, I think, there. Very well played. That will bring him fairly even to Gregor. Here's another one of our future events coming up. Early March, 350,000 guaranteed. The Polish Poker Days. Gregor now with a premium hand. He's got jacks. Let's see how he plays this. I'm sure we're not going to see a call this time. Yep, we see a raise. I think Peter will release this. I did criticise the flat call by Gregor earlier, and who am I to criticise the chip leader in any tournament? But had he raised, he might have got more credit than Peter gave him, and so Peter was able to take the pot because of the flat call. It did show some weakness. And now one of our shorter stacks in seat 1. It picks up a small pot, just the blinds and the ante. Here is our prizes. So pretty good. 5,000 euros, not bad for 2 days' work. That's for the first player out, rising all the way up to 61,400. Like I said earlier, usually a deal made probably with 3 players, maybe 4, with everyone getting, in this particular case, around about 35, 40, and then they'll play for the trophy and some of the prize pool. Probably about 10%. So here we see a raise, hasn't played a hand yet, will get credit for it. I only got king 2, but a lot of weak aces, etc., will fold. So nice to see that we have a player making a play without a premium hand. Gets that through, picks up a couple of million. That's our Serbian Milos. In fact, blinds are back to 200, 400. They did move back a level. So there's only a million in the pot with the blinds and the antes. Here we have Peter, who made the strong play earlier with the Queen 10. He has a premium hand. I hope he makes the same raise to 1.2 because it just disguises the strength of your hand. One mistake players make is to... He may well get some action here. No, ace 10 folding. Very solid play from seat 8. In fact, he's made a weaker, but that weaker raise may well get the threes involved. No. Again, very, very disciplined play by one of our short stacks. So the Polish Poker Days we saw flashed up earlier, the total festival guarantees 350,000. The main event is a wonderful 200,000 guaranteed for just €120 buy-in. The value here at Banco Casino just goes on and on. There's at least two fantastic festivals every month, bringing in players from all around Europe to play at this wonderful casino. And I think here we're seeing a raise with ace 10, our short stack, who folded a strong hand earlier. Now Peter has a pocket pair, Chinese aces, pair of eights. I think we'll see an all-in. Yep, very good. Well done, Peter. He's putting maximum pressure on one of our short stacks, who will have to decide whether he's up against a bigger ace or a pair. But Peter's putting maximum pressure on him. Love this play. So Christos, our Greek final tableist, has a tough decision. He's put in 20% of his stack already and has ace 10 offsuit. It's not a great hand to go to war with. If he could see the eights, he may well take the gamble. But he also knows he could be up against ace queen, ace jack, jacks, queens. There's a lot of hands that are beating him. No one wants to be the first one out of the final table. One way is to play very few hands and just ladder your way up to kind of fifth. Yep, and he's made the decision to fold. The difference in money, just to give you an idea. So the first one out will get 5,000, I'm sorry. But if you make 2 places more, you get nearly 10,000. So 2 places are worth double the 8th place. However, Christos is now down to under 10 big blinds, so he really only has one move in his locker. If he does raise, he'll almost certainly have to call and will be limited to some of the premium holdings, ace, jack and above. Is Peter going to be blind on blind? I like the fold on small blinds, and Lubosh in seat 6. Shows one card. Is Peter going to put... He's got a good hand, King, Queen. If he gets through the small blind, the big blind has 6 or 7 suited. He's not going to get through Lubosh with a pair of 9s. We're certainly going to see some action on this one. This may be the first action hand of the final table here at Banco Casino. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a re-raise come through. Well, there wasn't a re-raise, so that's allowing Peter to c-bet with his King Queen. I think both the other players will put him on an ace. No, that's good to see. So, a non-believer. He's got a pair of 9s. He needs to find out whether Peter has got a good ace or not. Will Peter fire a second bullet into this pot? The pot's already 5 million. He's here to win it. Will Lubosh see the bluff or feel that his 9s are still good? He's made one call already. Peter's looking a bit nervous there. If he spikes a king or a queen on the end, that could slow both of them down because a flush is made on the board. I think it will be hard for Peter to Follow through, but oh, very good. Look at this. Great play. Very strong bet on the end, putting Luboš under maximum pressure. 2.5 million. So Luboš, if Luboš has already decided he hasn't got an ace, he will call, but the flush makes it more complicated. Very good call. Luboš, very happy there. Maybe, yeah, he's got some mates on the rail. Very good. Excellent call. Call down all the way and picks up an 11 million pot. So that puts him in contention with the chip leaders. One of our Slovakian players here, one of two Slovakians on the final table of the Slovak Open. There you can see, in fact, he is chip leader. So we now have 3 on 43 to 53 big blinds, followed closely by 2 on 32, and then we have 3 short stacks. Problem for the short stacks is if they don't play a hand or raise and fold like Christos did when he had the ace 10, the blinds just get pushed down and down. We can see that the only player who's advanced their chip stack is Luboš with that very, very good call with an ace and a flush on board, and he called with a pair of 9s. Sometimes you just got to trust your poker instincts. Just because someone's raised on the button does not mean they have a premium hand. Here's a premium hand for Gregor. Ace, king off suit. We're going to see a raise. So he's making a bigger raise here. He called before